Ram just brought back the TRX with 777 horsepower, and this is the latest chapter in the most intense rivalry in the truck world. Ford created the high-performance off-road truck segment back in 2010 with the original F-150 Raptor. They took a standard pickup, gave it long travel suspension, beadlock-capable wheels, and serious power for desert running. Nobody else was doing this. The Raptor became a massive success, and Ford owned the segment completely for nearly a decade, printing money while everyone else watched. Ram finally decided to fight back in 2021. They didn't just want to compete, they wanted to dominate. The first TRX launched with a 702 horsepower supercharged Hellcat 5.8, making Ford's Raptor look modest. For a couple years, Ram had the upper hand. But then the TRX disappeared for 2025 and 2026, likely due to fuel economy regulations. Ford reclaimed their throne with the Raptor R in 2023, matching the TRX's power with 700 horsepower. It looked like Ram had lost the fight, but they weren't done. Now Ram is back stronger than ever. The 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX goes on sale in the second half of 2026 with shocking performance numbers that will definitely hurt Ford's sales, if not worse. The heart of this truck is the same 6.2-liter supercharged Hellcat V8 from before, but Ram has bumped the output to 777 horsepower and 680 pound-feet of torque. That's up from 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet in the previous generation. For context, that's more power than a Porsche 911 Carrera in a truck that weighs over 6,000 pounds. Ram claims the new TRX will hit 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. That's 0.7 of a second quicker than the last TRX Edmunds tested, which is a significant improvement. It's one of the quickest production trucks ever built. The transmission is an 8-speed automatic, which has proven capable of handling the Hellcat's torque in previous applications. The 4-wheel drive system is full-time with a 2-speed transfer case, giving you the flexibility to handle different terrain types. There's also an electronic locking rear differential as standard equipment. Now, straight-line speed is impressive, but it's not really what the TRX is about. This truck is designed for extreme off-road capability. Ram has equipped it with new Bilstein adaptive shocks, providing 13 inches of front suspension travel and 14 inches at the rear. Those are serious numbers that let you attack dunes and rough terrain at speeds that would destroy a standard truck. The TRX rides on 35-inch all-terrain tires wrapped around 18-inch wheels. Those tires are critical for both off-road traction and on-road handling at high speeds. According to Ram, you can absolutely jump dunes with this thing, which is both terrifying and exciting depending on your perspective. Fuel economy numbers haven't been officially released yet, but don't expect miracles. The previous TRX managed around 10 miles per gallon city and 14 miles per gallon highway. With even more power, it's unlikely the 2027 model will improve on those figures. If fuel costs are a major concern, this truck isn't for you. Towing and payload numbers also haven't been confirmed yet, but the previous TRX was rated at 8,100 pounds for towing and around 1,310 pounds for payload. Those are significantly lower than a standard Ram 1500 because the suspension is tuned for high-speed off-road work, not hauling. If you need serious towing capability, you're better off with a different Ram 1500 variant or stepping up to a 2500. From the outside, the TRX maintains its aggressive, wide-body stance. Ram is offering two distinct looks, a subdued monotone option and something called the Bloodshot Night Edition, which features a red and black two-tone design with all the exterior badging you could want. The Bloodshot Edition is clearly aimed at buyers who want everyone to know exactly what they're driving. Inside is where Ram has made some significant improvements over the previous generation. The TRX now comes standard with heated and ventilated seats for all passengers, plus massaging front seats for both the driver and passenger. That's a level of comfort you don't typically associate with an extreme off-road truck, but it makes sense when you consider the $102,590 starting price. There's carbon fiber trim throughout the cabin, which looks appropriately aggressive and helps justify the premium positioning. The audio system is a Harman Kardon setup, which should provide excellent sound quality even with the windows down and the supercharger whining. The technology package is comprehensive. You're getting a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, a 10-inch head-up display, and a 14.5-inch central touchscreen. That's a lot of screen real estate, and it should make accessing vehicle settings and navigation straightforward. Ram has also included their hands-free highway driving assistant, which Edmunds praised in their long-term test of the Ram 1500 Limited. Having adaptive cruise control and lane-keeping assistance on long highway drives makes a truck like this much more livable as a daily driver. One thing worth noting is that ground clearance, approach angle, and departure angle specs haven't been released yet. Those numbers are critical for understanding the TRX's true off-road capability, so we'll need to wait for Ram to publish the complete specifications. The 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX starts at $102,590, and that includes a $2,595 destination charge. Ram's CEO called it eye-watering, which is refreshingly honest. That price makes the TRX Ram's most expensive half-ton truck by a significant margin. To put that in perspective, a standard Ram 1500 Limited starts around $65,000. You're paying nearly $40,000 more for the TRX, which gets you the Hellcat engine, the upgraded suspension, all the SRT badging, and the capability to jump over things. Whether that's worth it depends entirely on what you want from a truck. The obvious comparison is the Ford F-150 Raptor R, which starts at $80,945. That's over $21,000 less than the TRX, and the Raptor R makes 700 horsepower from its supercharged V8. On paper, you're paying a substantial premium for 77 extra horsepower and the Ram badge. Ford's truck also gets marginally better fuel economy and has a more established reliability track record. However, Ram is including a lot of standard equipment that Ford charges extra for. The massaging seats, the premium audio system, and some of the advanced driver assistance features come standard on the TRX. When you option a Raptor R to the same level, the price gap narrows somewhat. Though the Ram is still going to be more expensive, there's also the question of dealer markups. Ram claims they won't have trouble selling every TRX they build, and they're probably right. That means dealers will add their own premiums on top of the MSRP. Based on what we saw with the previous generation and what's happening with the Raptor R, expect markups anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 depending on your market. The Ford F-150 Raptor R is the direct competitor, and it's going to be the comparison every buyer considers. The Raptor R makes 700 horsepower from a 5.2-liter supercharged V8, costs significantly less, and has Ford's extensive dealer network for service and warranty work. The Raptor R also has a proven reputation for reliability, which matters when you're talking about trucks that will see hard use. Chevrolet is also rumored to be working on their own competitor, likely called the Silverado ZRX. Reports suggest it'll use a naturally aspirated V8, making around 650 horsepower, and could be priced between the Raptor R and the TRX. If GM can execute on that formula, it could offer a compelling middle ground. But those are just rumors at this point. Chevy hasn't confirmed anything officially. Toyota's Tundra TRD Pro exists in this space too, though it's clearly positioned differently. You're getting 437 horsepower from a twin-turbo B6 hybrid, significantly better fuel economy, and Toyota's legendary reliability. It costs around $77,000, making it cheaper than both the TRX and Raptor R. But it's nowhere near as powerful or as aggressive, so it appeals to a different type of buyer. The real question is what happens if fuel economy regulations tighten again. Ram's CEO made it clear this truck was happening regardless of regulatory changes, but future administrations could change the rules. That's a risk any buyer needs to consider when spending over $100,000 on a truck that gets 10 miles per gallon. The 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX is Ram's way of reclaiming their position in the performance truck wars. It's more powerful than before, more luxurious than before, and more expensive than before. At $102,590 to start, it's a significant investment for what amounts to a toy for people with serious disposable income. But it's also genuinely impressive. Ram has taken the already extreme TRX formula and made it more extreme. They've added power, refined the interior, and included enough technology to make this truck livable as a daily driver. Whether that's enough to justify the premium over the Ford Raptor R is up to individual buyers to decide. The fact that Ram's CEO was willing to build this truck regardless of fuel economy regulations tells you everything you need to know about their strategy. They're betting that there's a market for excess, and based on the success of the previous TRX, they're probably right. So here's my question for you. Would you pay $102,590 for 777 horsepower and the ability to jump dunes? Or would you save $21,000 and get the Ford Raptor R with nearly the same capability? Let me know in the comments what you choose and why. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming comparison test when we get these trucks head to head. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.